What is up, guys? So as you can tell by the title of this video, I have bought another car. When I sold the XE and I bought the Evo, it sort of didn't fill the void that the XE left, so I needed something else, something V8, something Aussie, 4-door, auto. So I bought this. It is a 89 Series 1 van executive, so base model, steel wheels, grey bars, wind-up windows, all that stuff. Very, very clean car. So it has been painted before, inside and out. It presents pretty good. I'd give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10 paint-wise. One thing I want to do that they didn't do is this is supposed to be satin black on these. This whole sill panel, so I'll do that. And it actually has the wrong molds on it. Executives are supposed to have grey molds. I don't mind these, and I know they're a massive pain in the ass to change. Like this, I'm pretty sure this back window has to come out to do the mold. I could be wrong, I don't know. Don't flame on me too hard. Things it does have. One of the selling points of this car was it has Coulsons. Now, if you don't know what Coulsons are, for the people that are not in Australia, they're the HSV seats. So big bolstered buckets from like club sports, R8s, GTSs, all that stuff. And it's got front and rears. Surprisingly, these fit really, really good in the car. I like the seats, but just not in this car. I'm a big fan of just leaving things stock and just doing engines. So they're gonna come out and I'm gonna put the standard trim back in. This is what trim it's supposed to have, and they're sort of a smaller seat with no big bolsters, with a separate headrest with the hole in the middle, with this trim and like grey vinyl like this on the back. So I'm gonna try and find a set of those and put those in. This Momo steering wheel, I'm not 100% sold on. It actually looks like an Evo steering wheel. Very, very, very close. Another thing, the ECU is mounted right here in the footwell, which I'm not a fan of at all. So I'm gonna have to mount that somewhere good. Another big thing which I didn't even know until I came to pick up this car was, believe it or not, it has full service history from brand new. So in the books, it has services from brand new all the way up to 120,000 Ks. And then the old man that owned it from 120 did his own servicing here, all the way up to 299, and now this car currently has on the cluster 307. Not that it really matters because it's had an engine swap, but that is a really, really cool thing. And it has lots of receipts and old pamphlets and stuff like that from new, everything, the aircon, the head unit, all that stuff. Very, very cool to have all this stuff. What else in here? Interior is very good. Dash is good. Door trims are good. Roof lining good, which is pretty rare in for VNs. One thing I do want to do, definitely need to paint these Venetians. They need to be black. They stick out way too much white. So I definitely need to do that. It has this HSV badge here, whereas usually the 3.8 and the 5 litre badge. I want to put the 5 litre one. I'm not a fan of that. Probably the wider interceptor. Look, it's gonna get welds at some point, but for the moment I think I'll just put the wider septors at the back and go from there. There's like 2 dints on this car as well. There's like one here and one here. The body, very, very good. Zero rust. Or it has been painted, so who knows, but from what I can see, zero rust. Now, the biggest selling point on this car is, boom. So VX SS LS1 5.7 litre or 346, I think they are, cube for all the Americans. I was told it's been rebuilt, but pretty much everyone says that when they're selling a car, so I took it as it's got a standard LS1 in it. And it does have a GM Motorsports killer cam in it. Lifters, springs, all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, it's got a 4L60 behind it with a 3700 converter, so I'm not expecting this box to last long, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's a Castlemaine Rod Shop swap kit, so mounts, engine, trans cross member, headers and all that stuff. Fuel pressure reg and intake. That's pretty much it. That's pretty standard. It did make, it's got a radiator, thermos, very basic, nice stainless exhaust. And it did make, it does sound pretty low, but I suppose it's just a number, yeah, and every dyno's different, every car's different. Dyno sheets for 243 kilowatt at 6,800. I doubt this thing revs to 6,800, but I haven't tested that out yet, so. Plans for the car. The usual cleanup. It needs a few door seals have fallen apart and just a mad clean. Probably paint underneath. Do those seals like I said. Here you go. See, these always come apart on VNs. And the plan is, or it needs a tune. It has a problem with stalling when it gets up to temp, like when you come to a stop. So I got to sort that out. And I want to do weld Alumistars, the same as what I had on the XE. Probably 3.5s on the front and 8s on the back, but I know these can't take much in the back, so we'll see what we got to do. Maybe shorten the diff. I do have 3.9 diff gears for this car that came with it as well, so I'll put those in. That should really, really liven it up. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do like backlash and shimming centers, and so I'm gonna have to take it somewhere, unfortunately. I was hoping I could just swap the ring and pinion onto this diff because it's got a spool and chuck it in, but unfortunately not. Oh, that reminds me, another thing it has, brake upgrade, surprisingly. So VT Commodore brakes on the front with braided lines. It's got a trans cooler. Just really, really basic, but a nice clean conversion. Like, the engine bay on this car is really, really nice. The bay's been painted. It's okay. There's a couple of runs which I think I might try and sand out here, and same thing on the other side. And hopefully drag strips open soon, because this will be a fun car to race actually. It'll be a grouse car on the street. Thrash around for a while. That is my new VN Executive. If anyone has the standard trim for one of these, please get in contact. I would happily buy. Oh, another thing I really want to do, which I noticed straight away, it really sticks out because the car's white, is paint in here. Like, that sticks out so much. And you can see what I mean. These are the factory steel wheels. And look how close they are to the guards with a standard size tyre. I know a lot of people shave these, but there's spot welds here. So if you shave them too far, all the layers split apart and then you're kind of screwed. So I don't want to do that. So hopefully this sort of fills the void that the XE left, but we'll see what happens. Oh, it's got a HDT grille as well. Usually these have like a 2 or 3 slat grille on the front. Oh, and another thing I want to do is paint this bonnet, because it was a country car originally. It's very chippy at the front, so I'll get the bonnet painted inside and out, and that should be done for the body, because apart from that, it's very, very clean. Even door jambs and everything, like, very, very good car. I'll start it up so you can hear it. Is very loud. You know, it's got a full exhaust, but I still reckon it's louder than the XE. Oh, another thing, it's missing a lot of trims. I'm not sure why, but the seller did give them to me, so I'm gonna start cleaning all that stuff. Probably pull the whole interior out and give it a mad clean. Maybe new carpet. It's a bit worn here and here. Need carpet for this, carpet for the Evo. Anyway, this is what it sounds like. very loud. I can't believe it's louder than the XE, and that had it dumped at the diff, and this has a full exhaust. What a difference 2.5 inch to 3 inch makes. A couple more things just before I end this off. Another thing I just noticed, when they did the bay, they did the firewall black, which is how they're supposed to be. So that's a plus that they didn't just do the whole thing white. So I'm happy that that's done black. First thing ripped out, I had to rip it out. I had the stock aircon thing here. Now it doesn't have a compressor or nothing, so I don't know why that was left in. So first thing in the bin. Last thing before I go, because I'm gonna post this on the VN LS pages and stuff like that. If anyone has an LS VN that's used the Castlemaine Rod Shop stuff, how did you go with header clearance to the floor? Because the headers on this are ridiculously low. Three fingers from flange to ground. And this car isn't even that low. So I don't know what the go is, how people run this kit, because I know it's a popular kit. I did some Googling and it doesn't seem anyone else has this problem. So if anyone knows why, like if I got a wrong mixture of mounts or who knows. Anyway, if anyone's got some ideas, let me know. Now I'll end off the video. See you guys.